Why? It matters. Because if we don't start talking honestly about why people break, we'll continue losing fathers, daughters, veterans, family, our loved ones. Less than 2 weeks ago, I reached out to the crisis hotline. I just couldn't take it anymore. How did I get there? My last paycheck was $68.76. The last 2 months, I made $641.74. I should have taken home almost $11,000. Why would that happen? The IRS levied my bank accounts. It's not what we know. That's the danger. That's the problem. It's always the things that we don't think about. It won't happen to me. You wonder, why was I so dumb, so irresponsible with my money? Just trying to live a normal life. Everything's expensive. Fear of life slipping away, looking like it's too late. So how did I get there? Why would I owe the IRS so much money? Before COVID, laid off, used my retirement money to buy property to turn into Airbnbs for sale. It was a beautiful plan. The houses were so cheap. But what went wrong? COVID caused forced sale to stop having basic training, public graduations. My business came to a halt. During that period, I pushed away my loved ones. Why would you do that? Fear of how bad it would get. I can't bear to put that on somebody else. It was my mess. I had to take care of it. During that time, my daughter asked me to sign away my parental rights. Probably think I was a piece of shit father. When she was a little kid, she was my best friend. Why would I be so unstable and, create an environment that she would push me away? It was a fire. Just a week before I was going to school I'd spent 7 years working towards. What caused it? A crock pot was involved. Before I left, I unplugged the crock pot. I never imagined a dog would get chicken wings out of it, turn the stove on, and burn the condo down. Why was I so resentful to the people I loved? I had just finally fought to get everything back. Everything back from what? From living in a travel trailer down by the river. The river came up 30 feet, leaving nothing but the air conditioner to be exposed. New to town, no support, pretty much on it, facing myself. Why would I be alone? Oh, I was coming out of a bankruptcy, divorce. You think, I'm sure it's, struggles, but unfortunately she had to listen and deal with a person with a traumatic brain injury. I never asked for that. What did I do to get that? Motorcycle accident. 11:30 on a Sunday morning. My daughter was 9 months old. She never knew about that. She wasn't old enough to know anything about it. Drunk driver, 11:30 on a Sunday morning. I was sure I would nothing to worry about, even though I had 5 plates, 30 screws in my face. It was a home run of a case, right? But he committed suicide. No longer here. Maybe some of what he was facing is some of the things I face right now. Maybe it's the person next to you that's facing it. Why was I out there? I was out there to go meet real estate brokers to try to be more a part of my life, my daughter's life. What led me there? Getting out of the military, struggling under the pressure. One of the 5 hardest career fields you can do in the military. But I was a kid. My brain wasn't fully developed. My choices were poor. Something I've had to face my whole life. Why didn't I go get help? Yeah, it's funny. I did go get help. At the same time, I had a supervisor that wrote me up for being on time. If I wasn't 5 minutes early, I was 5 minutes late. I needed support. But the reality, he was just a kid too. He was just doing his best. But that changed my entire trajectory. Why didn't I have the tools then? Growing up, didn't like school. Just wasn't my environment. I didn't have the mentorship, the direction, the tools that I needed to be able to navigate those things. It'd take a lot of mistakes to finally figure it out. Why didn't I ask for help in school? Isolation, struggles. Traditional way, you're supposed to suck it up and handle your shit. But the problem is we're all facing that. Blame it on my parents. But the reality is, it was just a cycle of them doing their best too. Why am I telling you this? Society's failing. We need to wake up. 22 veterans a day. What are we doing about it? I wrote a book. Why did I write a book? Trying to solve my problems with the IRS. I was working 100-hour weeks and I already didn't have the time to get a second job. So I did the best I could. And also deep down, the fear inside me, what if I'm not here tomorrow? But what if my story can reach the person that's struggling and give them the help and they make it? What if it's your loved one? What if it's your daughter, your husband, your wife? Life's getting harder. If we don't start working together, it's not going to get any easier. I record this hoping it reaches the person that needs to hear it. Makes them realize that taking the time to learn before impulse, before taking action, reaching out for help, finding support, or you being the person that helps or mentors somebody else, maybe changes their life for the better. It's only so many times we can push people away thinking they're going to come back before you're all alone.